Ed Talks. Get charged with Doc Richard. 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 Ed Talks. Get charged with Doc.
Good evening everyone. Good evening sa mga kababayan natin here in the United Arab Emirates and those who are watching us live from the Philippines. So, welcome to Talk with Doc Richard. No? This is our pilot episode and we'll be discussing different educational topics for our we are live here kaya I think medyo may nagfi-feedback ata. Ayan. So magandang gabi po sa lahat ng ating mga kababayan. So I'm here for the ating pilot episode for Talk with Doc Richard. We'll be discussing different educational topics for tonight and all the Wednesdays here at Pro Experts Media. So, sa lahat ng mga members ng SRK community, both here in the United Arab Emirates and also in the Philippines, welcome. Alam ko na nakashare na to at inaabangan talaga tong ating pilot episode for tonight. Okay, so just before I proceed with discussing what is this Talk with Doc Richard, of course, I would like to introduce myself sa lahat ng mga manonood. Alam ko for some of the members of most of the members of SRK community, kilala nyo na ako. But for those who are joining us first time, no, sa mga parents na hindi pa po nakapag-attend ng aking parents orientation, I would like to just give a brief background about who I am. So, I am Dr. Richard Paulo Bideluria. And I came from, I am a native of Cabuyao, Laguna in the Philippines. No? I was raised in our humble abode in Barangay Banlik, Cabuyao, Laguna. And this has really a significant thing about SRK, no? Later, i-discuss ko po yan kung bakit SRK yung pangalan ng ating group of companies here in the UAE. And it has a significant connection and relationship to where I came from. Okay, so I have 3 kids. So yung wife ko was a former seasoned pediatric nurse both in the Philippines and in the UAE. Yung aking eldest would be Jose Inigo, turning 11 this July. I have a daughter, my only daughter, Maria Isabel, 1.5-year-old, and I have a 1-month-old baby, and his name is Lucas Isaias. So, yeah, we've been living here in the UAE for the last 9 years. And dito na rin kami nakapagpalaki ng aming negosyo at ng aming pamilya. For my educational background, I have my bachelor's degree in industrial and organizational psychology from the Polytechnic University of the Philippines in Batangas. And I also have a Master's of Science degree from Pamantasan ng Kabuyao. And then in time, no, nung tinayo ko yung SRK Education Group International, I was able to finish also my PhD in education, major in curriculum design, development, and supervision from St. Paul University, Manila, and I have various certifications as a former human resource professional. I have a certification for applied behavior analysis and the leadership and social entrepreneurship from the Ateneo de Manila University. And currently, I am finishing my graduate certificate in distance education from the University of the Philippines Open University. So while we are about to go through the realm of education, no, I just wanted to have this opportunity to give also a brief background about the different work that I've had. Now, I was an HR professional for 13 years, no, both in the Philippines and also here in the UAE, and was also a part-time college instructor from Letran Calamba, Pamantasan ng Kabuyao, and St. Michael's College of Laguna. So these are the institutions where I was able to teach, no, different psychology and research subjects as well. So yeah, we will be coming back shortly for a few commercial where I will be discussing more about this talk with Doc Richard. Yes, we're back with Talk with Doc Richard. So, just before I proceed with the discussion of the different topics that we will be undergoing, I would just like to inform that the first 10 commenters later on will be rewarded with 20% gift voucher, no? Just comment anything that you wanted to ask or feedback from this show, and then hashtag Talk with Doc Richard, and then we'll be able to see kung sino yung mga first 10 commenters natin for our show today. And then we'll be giving away 10 gift vouchers from one of our companies also under the SRK Education Group International called EdTech Supplies. Okay? So, sige, going forward, I would like to discuss more about the segment of Talk with Doc Richard. So, with Talk with Doc Richard, we will be discussing different educational topics, no? The basic things on what UAE parents need to know in terms of educating their children abroad, no? Particularly dito sa United Arab Emirates. That would be on the day 2. But of course, feel free to ask questions, no, that I will be able to entertain later on kasi meron tayong question and answer portion later. Yan, we have 150 viewers online. So keep it coming. Sana dumami yung mga views natin, no, para mas marami tayong matouch ng mga, especially mga moms and dad who are wanting to enroll their kids here in the UAE. Not particularly with SRK, no. I just wanted to really use this platform to really cascade yung information dissemination about what are the do's and don'ts, no, sa pagpili ng mga educational institution for your kids. No. Later on, I'll be discussing more of that. And then we'll have on the third Wednesday of July, because I will be here on the all Wednesdays of July at 6 p.m. with Pro Expert Media. We'll be discussing what is the difference of traditional schools versus those institutions who are offering online distance learning and homeschooling program. And discussion on distance learning modality, in particular, how it is being credited by different government agencies, no? Kung saan man kayo naroroon, kung kayo ay magstay dito sa UAE, babalik ng Pilipinas, or kung kayo ay pupunta na sa ibang bansa to move forward. And then on my last Wednesday for July, I'll be discussing different track, no, career track discussions for the senior high school program. Particularly dun sa mga papasok dun sa grade 11 and grade 12. Ano ba yung mga tracks? No? Ano ba yung pagkakaiba ngayon ng education system natin, especially sa mga parents, no, na nagtatanong ano ba yung basic education program ng Pilipinas ngayon? What is K-12? Ano ba yung grade 11 and grade 12? Bakit ba nagkaroon na ng mga ganitong new addition levels para sa ating mga estudyante, and what are the advantage, no, and the disadvantage as well of the different approach ng education system natin sa Pilipinas. So if you have any questions, no, if you have any anything that you wanted to ask, no, feel free to comment. My team is monitoring all the questions, and later on, sasagutin natin isa-isa yung mga questions na yan, no. Keep it coming, no. Talagang magbato kayo ng mga questions regarding, especially in particular with the K-12 topic. No, I will be able to answer all of those later on, and this is something that we've been doing for the last 5 and almost 6 years now. This would be the 6th batch of students that we will be welcoming this coming August. So, yeah. So, bakit ba tinawag na Talk with Doc Richard tong ating segment ngayon, tong ating programa na to, no? This is due to the rebranding that the company has undergone, no, on the second quarter of this year, no. So as most of the members of SRK community would see, no, pinalitan natin yung mga taglines natin, no, kasi this has been long time na gusto natin talagang i-improve, kasi all of the taglines natin, yung mga mission and vision natin and values natin na sinet up natin noong 2019 when we opened yung first center natin sa Abu Dhabi, I think most of them are obsolete na. Kaya yung, like for example, yung one of the mission is to target yung market ng Abu Dhabi. I think with that, we've almost did it already. So kaya ngayon, global Filipino students na yung tina-target talaga natin with our mission. So the tagline of SRK Education Group International right now is charge the future. So we wanted to charge the future. It's like, giving energy and giving fuel to the future of the world, no, yung mga estudyante na isiniserve natin. So that's why and I am Doc Richard, no, my full name is Richard Paulo De Luria. So yun, ikinabit yung charge dun sa pangalan ko, kaya naging Talk with Doc Richard. So we wanted to charge the future, we wanted to charge yung mga students natin who are really the future of our motherland, no, particularly yung mga global students natin here in the UAE na uuwi ng Pilipinas, who will be doing their college and university degrees in the Philippines, no, who in the long run will be the next mayor, next congressman, senator, or maybe one of the graduates natin will be the next president of the Republic of the Philippines, no? Napakadami yan kasi part ng program natin every March of every school year would be the career day, no? Napakadami ng mga different career na gustong tahakin ng ating mga kabataan, and really think that we really need to fuel, no? We need to energize yung yung future ng mga kabataan na ito. So that's why we have that talk with Doc Richard. So yung objective ng ating live stream would be, as mentioned earlier, would be on discussion of different educational talk. No? Educational talk meaning yung mga topics na na-discuss ko kanina, will be going through with them one by one, no, as we progress. No? This would just be the pioneer episode, but on the next Wednesdays, no, all the Wednesdays of July, I'll be discussing more of the different execution. Dun sa mga parents natin na naka-attend na or nag-join na ng mga parents orientation natin, most of you would understand na, no, kung ano yung beauty ng program ng SRK Distance Education Program. So, but again, this talk with Doc Richard would not be focusing more on our institution. Hindi to naka-focus lang sa institution ng SRK, kundi naka-focus to dun sa kung ano yung tulong na pwede naming ibigay sa mga parents. As I know, will not be able to serve everyone here, no? As we speak right now, around 1 million Filipinos na ang meron dito sa UAE. So talagang napakadami ng requirement, no, in terms of school providers and educational providers para sa ating mga kabataang Pilipino. So, yeah, I'll be posing for a commercial break, and we'll be answering all your questions, no? And yung mga comments natin, yung mga commenters natin, we have 210 online viewers na. Yan, maraming salamat sa ating mga viewers. So, keep it coming, yung mga questions at saka yung mga comments. Later on, mamimigay tayo ng mga discount voucher for EdTech supplies. Welcome to Talk with Doc Richard. So, shout out ulit sa ating 210 and counting na live viewers, no? Kay Eleanor Ong, kay Miss Charity, no? Siguro pa-comment na lang kung saan po kayo galing. I think si Miss Charity is from Al-Ain. So, si Ma'am Eleanor Ong at saka yung iba nating mga commenters, no, para malaman natin na mai-shout out natin dito sa ating live show. Kung saan po kayo galing, kung sino po kayo ng mga nanonood. Okay? So, sige, right now, shout out din sa SRK community. So, right now, we will be answering different questions, no, na nag-gather natin. May mga questions na tayo na nakuha from our live audience. Okay, so may mga tanong dito. Isa-isahin natin itong mga questions na to. Ano ba daw yung ADEC? So, ADEC and KHDA. So, yung ADEC would be Abu Dhabi Education and Knowledge Council. So, para sa mga kababayan natin na Filipino, no, yung ADEC po would be the same as Department of Education natin sa Philippines. So, sila yung nagmamanage ng different schools at saka mga educational institutions dito sa Pilipinas. Ang counterpart naman po niya sa Dubai is Knowledge and Human Development Authority or KHDA. So, magkaiba po yan, no? Kasi as you would know, ang UAE is composed of 7 emirates, no? 7 emirate po yan. Bawat emirate po, they have their own unique government style. Although meron silang federal government po na sinusunod talaga. So kaya po, merong sariling educational council ang Abu Dhabi, which is called ADEC. Meron din po ang Dubai, which is called KHDA. Okay, so pasok pa tayo ng ibang question. So, what age does my kid can be admitted to KG or grade 1? Ayan, magandang pag-usapan po yan. Yung KG at grade 1. So, ano po ba yung pinagkaiba ng KG, kindergarten program dito sa UAE, tsaka kindergarten program sa Pilipinas? Yung kindergarten program po sa Pilipinas, yun po yung K dun sa K-12. So, wala po tayong KG1 at KG2. So, inalis na po ng Department of Education yung KG1 system natin sa Pilipinas dahil nga po nakafocus po yung program ng DepEd sa K-12. So, isang K lang po yun. Wala pong K1 at K2. So, ngayon, yung mga 4 years old natin who usually enroll dun sa KG1 program natin before, sila yung mga nag-take nung ECCD course natin or the Early Childhood Council and Development Council in the Philippines. So, yung ECCD po, sila yung nag-cater dun sa mga nursery program. So, yung 4 years old na KG1 before, it is called nursery 2 na po sa ngayon. Okay? So, yung cut-off ng age po natin, kailangan yung nursery 2, this is for Philippines, or KG1 po dito sa UAE, would be 4 years old, no? Ang cut-off po ng date natin for UAE would be August 31. Same thing with DepEd, August 31, kung ang school year po ay magsisimula ng June. So siguro alam nyo naman po, narinig nyo na yung news, no, na ibabalik na talaga eventually ng government ng Philippines yung school year natin sa June to March. So eventually, magiging gano'n na rin po yung cut-off ng age requirement natin para sa mga bata. And yung KG2 naman po would be, kailangan po 5 years old sila ng August 31. So sa ngayon po, tumatanggap pa tayo dahil nga August pa yung start ng school year natin until October 31 po for KG2. But for KG1, kailangan po August 31, 4 years old sila. And for grade 1 naman po, kailangan 6 years old sila ng August 31 po. So that has been the requirement of the United Arab Emirates and the Philippine age system po sa pag-admit ng KG1 program po natin. So galing po kay Lawrence Ong. May question siya dito. It's interesting to know how education system works here. Is it still good to get K-12 curriculum in UAE? Actually, yes. No, curriculum-wise, K-12, that has been the difference po. That has been the connection po ng K-12 program po ng Pilipinas at saka ng UAE. Kasi K-12 program po ng Pilipinas at UAE, same po siya ng pattern. Kaya po siya K-12, may kindergarten program din po at may grade 11 to grade 12 po. Sa lahat ng mga first world countries po, and this is true for the Philippines po, no? Kaya binago na to long time ago dahil po ang nangyayari po kasi nagkakaroon pa ng equivalency or additional grade level na kailangan i-enroll yung mga bata natin kapag kailangan po silang mag-move sa mga bansa, especially sa first world country po, na merong K-12. So, yung education system natin for the last decade or the last century po no, sa Pilipinas has been hanggang 4th year high school lang po, di ba? Parang K to 10 lang po talaga siya. So, pero dahil nga po dun sa bagong batas po na ginawa po natin sa Pilipinas, no, na-convert po to K to 12, yun po yung parang pinakamaganda na nangyari po talaga. Na-align po natin sa mga first world country. Kaya ngayon, pumunta kayo ng UAE, pumunta kayo ng America, or any parts of the Europe na available po yung K to 12 curriculum. Wala po nang nagiging problema yung mga global Filipino students natin. So, to answer yung question, yes, it is still good to enroll yung K to 12 curriculum dito sa UAE. So, depende po yan sa inyo, no? Kung saan nyo gustong i-enroll ang mga bata. So, may mga available options po tayo, especially na dumadami po yung mga educational provider po natin dito na directly nag-enroll po ng mga bata from the Philippines. Okay, so ayan. So, ano naman po yung LRN? So, what is LRN? Yung LRN po will be Learner's Reference Number. So, yung LRN, o yung Learner's Reference Number, ito po ay perpetual number po, no? Perpetual number na ginagamit sa Philippine DepEd system kung saan kahit sang school po kayo magpunta, especially if it is part of the DepEd education system po, school with permit under the Department of Education in the Philippines, kahit po yung mga PSOs natin, yung mga Philippine Schools Overseas po natin, meron po silang tinatawag na LRN. So, perpetual number po ito, and this would assure and guarantee na yung mga bata po is properly enrolled sa Department of Education system po, sa DepEd system po. So, yun po yung ibig sabihin ng LRN. So, yung LRN, napaka-importante po nito kasi kahit saan po kayong magpunta, no, yun lang po yung number na itatrack ng mga school na magre-receive kung kayo yung magta-transfer para po makita talaga na properly documented at saka recorded po yung mga grades po ng mga bata. Okay, so yan. Isa-isa po tayo kay Valdez Corinenian. Yan. Doctor, does the K-12 curriculum showed effective teaching and learning improvement for the past 5 years upon implementation? This is very subjective po dun sa sasagot. But for me, yes, my answer would be yes, no. Yung pong K-12 has been an effective way, especially katulad nga po ng sinabi ko dun sa mga global Filipino students po natin, no, in particular. Actually, the objective po ng K-12, no, sa simula po medyo naging resistant, alam ko, ang mga Filipino families at saka mga Filipino parents. Dahil nga po, instead na tapos na sila ng 4th year high school na after grade 10, kailangan pa nila mag-add ng 2 taon po. But in the long run po, you will see the benefit po nito, no? Na talagang, dapat po talagang objective is for them to be really ready, no, upon entering the university. Kasi Pilipinas na lang po ang few of the countries na hindi nag-o-offer ng K-12 during that time po na inilaunch po yung K-12 program po natin. There will be loopholes, no? Marami pa rin po talagang mga developmental areas na pwede po nating i-explore. But in the long run, I would say that this is really an effective curriculum for everyone. Especially sa ating mga Pilipino po na nakastay po dito sa mga first world country katulad ng United Arab Emirates. So, yeah, medyo nagiging mainit po yung mga discussions po natin. But I'll be posing for a commercial breaks and I'll be answering more of your questions after this. So, stay tuned. Yeah, welcome back to Talk with Doc Richard, wherein we will be answering na po yung questions ng ating mga live viewers. So, hello po uli, and shout out sa ating mga live viewers wherever you are here in the UAE or any parts of the globe. Thank you for staying tuned with us. So, sige, diretso na tayo sa ating mga susunod na mga questions. Paano po ang gagawin if wala pong LRN ang bata? Nako, napakagandang topic nito, no? Yung learner's registration number po ng bata, if hindi po yan na-enroll, you need to talk to your current provider po. Kailangan po yung current provider nyo ang mag-ayos po ng ating LRN. So kung saang school po naka-enroll ang bata, currently, sila po ang may responsibilidad ng pag-enroll ng LRN ng bata. So ngayon, kung meron pong mga lapses po from the previous schools ng bata, si current school provider po ang makikipag-coordinate dun sa mga past records po ng mga bata dun sa dati niyang school. Para eventually po, ma-correct yung mga records ng bata and may apply po for LRN. Yan. Next question po. Good evening from Ruth Maravilla. Good evening, Doc. Is the K-12 curriculum a burden to schools and teachers, not just physical but also financial? Ayan, nabanggit ko na po ito kanina, no? Talagang most families and parents talaga on the onset po ng ating K-12 program, medyo naging resistant po dahil nga po instead na tapos na after 4th year high school, nadagdagan pa ng 2 taon. It may be true, no? Dun sa comment po na it is a financial burden, especially po dun sa mga naghahangad na makapagpatapos earlier na mga anak nila. But then again, as I mentioned earlier po, no, let's take and be more objective in terms of the K-12 curriculum. Dahil po yung K-12 curriculum was designed objectively, no, to really uplift yung education system po natin dito sa Pilipinas. And again, hindi lang po dun sa mga estudyante natin na nasa Pilipinas, kundi para po dun sa mga global students natin. No, whenever you are traveling or moving sa ibang parte ng Amerika or ng Europe or dito sa UAE, no, kailangan nyo po kasing sundin kung ano yung curriculum na meron dito. And kung K-12 po yun, kailangan po nating talagang sundin din po yun. So, magkakaroon pa po yan ng mga equivalency or talagang kailangan pa uli nilang mag-enroll po dun sa additional grade level for them to be able to continue their studies abroad, no, para sa mga global Pilipinas natin. Okay, so hello sa ating mga 230 viewers, no? And then, next question, what is the difference of homeschooling and distance learning? Ayan. So, ito isa sa mga topic na i-discuss ko din on some of the Wednesdays that I will be here. But briefly, no, yung homeschooling would be a parent-led curriculum po ito. No? Yung homeschooling po, nasa bahay ang bata po ay tinuturuan ng mga magulang, provided po ng curriculum ng school or ng provider po ng homeschooling program po. So, while the distance education naman po, online distance learning program na available for the curriculum natin sa Pilipinas, directly naka-enroll ang mga bata sa Pilipinas po and directly nag-a-attend po sila ng mga synchronous classes. So, synchronous, ibig sabihin, via Zoom, via Google Classroom, no? On a daily basis po, uma-attend sila ng mga klase natin directly sa mga schools natin sa Pilipinas, which is allowed by the Department of Education, by the way. Okay, so what is the benefit of DepEd and ADEC accredited schools? Of course, all the benefit is there, no? Kapag po ADEC at saka DepEd accredited school po yung pinag-enrollan nyo dun sa mga anak nyo, you will be assured na yung documents po nila, no, ay legal, it will be credited, no? Especially kayo na mga magulang po na mga nandito po sa UAE at eventually po iuwi ang mga bata sa Pilipinas, no? Kapag po DepEd at saka ADEC accredited schools po yung mga pinag-enrollan nyo, and you will be certainly be accepted po dun sa mga schools po kung saan tutuloy ang mga bata, whether it be in the Philippines or kung saan mang parte ng mundo po kayo pupunta. Are there any free schools here in the UAE? Yes, I believe meron pong mga preschools dito sa UAE, but most of them are Arabic-based schools po. Mostly para sa mga locals and some Arabic students po yung nakaka-enroll po dito sa ating mga free schools, no, institutions dito sa UAE. What are the requirements to be able to send my child to school here in the UAE? If you would be asking me about PSO, no, Philippine schools overseas, or yung mga international schools or mga local schools here in the UAE, ang magiging difference lang po nun is that the transcript of record po should be attested by the government of the by the Embassy of the United Arab Emirates in the Philippines po. Yun lang po yung difference. But the same thing, kailangan may birth certificate po tayo, may mga passport, may visa, may mga Emirates ID po, no? Just to prove po na legally existing po yung mga bata, no, while they are a resident here in the United Arab Emirates. Okay, so what are the types of curriculums available here in the UAE? Napakadami po, no, in terms of curriculum dahil as you would know, UAE has been home for hundreds of different citizens of the world. And I think every nation po na available po dito sa UAE is represented po ng different traditional schools po, no? Mayroong mga British schools po dito, may mga Canadian schools, may mga American schools, may mga Filipino schools, may mga Indian schools po, no? These different nationality would have different curriculum po na niraran po nila. So, if you would be asking about the DepEd curriculum, no? Or the Philippine curriculum, certainly available po siya dito sa UAE dahil may mga PSOs po tayo dito, may mga Philippine Schools Overseas po tayo dito, and meron nga po tayong mga provider ng distance learning program po, no? Para sa mga global Filipino students natin. As someone na first time pong magpapaaral ng anak sa UAE, ano pong factors ang dapat i-consider sa pagpili ng school provider? It should be legal, no? It should be legally existing under the laws of the United Arab Emirates, no? Or kung yan mga provider po ng distance learning program po, kailangan yung school ay registered po under the Department of Education. So you can confirm that dun sa mga schools na yon para ma-request nyo po yung mga permits po nila, no? And yung mga copies po ng mga registration and all the legal documents po nila. So yun yung pinaka-importante po, no? If you are enrolling directly with Philippine School Overseas po, yung mga PSOs po natin, then you can be sure and guaranteed po na mga legally existing yan. Kasi hindi naman po yan pwedeng mag-exist dito nang hindi po nakakumpleto ng mga legal documents na yan. Ang medyo kailangan po nating bantayan talaga is yung mga nagpo-provide po ng distance learning program. Kasi yung mga distance learning program po natin, hindi natin sure kung yung mga school partners ba nila sa Pilipinas are really legally existing. But there is a process naman po, no? Kailangan nyo lang pong tanungin kung sino yung legal partner schools nila sa Pilipinas, and then you can ask for the documents po, no? The government permits or government recognition, kung recognized po yung school na yan, they should have a copy of that document po na dapat pong ipakita po sa inyo. Okay, so we have 235 viewers as of now. So next question po tayo. Which is better, homeschool or physical school? Which produces smarter kids, no? That is very subjective naman, no? Homeschool and physical school, I think, I believe, are producing excellent curriculum in terms of the execution, no, in terms of the modality. But then again, it really depends, no. Napakadami din nating mga homeschool products na nakikita nyo naman siguro, no, na talagang nagiging successful sa buhay. Napakadaming mga naging doktor, naging engineer din, and naging successful in terms of their career because homeschooling in itself is really one of the modality na universally accepted na. No, sa Amerika, especially sa Pilipinas din, during the pandemic, mas dumami yung mga parents na nag-require ng homeschooling. So, it depends really on your on your choice. So, pero syempre, nothing beats daw talaga the physical school. So, kaya hindi natin talaga pwede talaga silang maikumpara. It's like you're comparing an orange to an apple, di ba? Parang gano'n. So, both has the same advantage, pero meron din mga disadvantage yan. So, depende dun sa sitwasyon nyo kung ano yung pipiliin nyo na modality or execution for your child. So, yeah. I think we've been able to answer questions, and meron pang mga kasunod, no? As we gather all the questions, we'll be answering back after this commercial break. Yeah, welcome back sa Talk with Doc Richard. No, we'll be answering two more questions. No, last two questions tayo kasi we're running out of time. No, napakasarap ng discussion at naging sagutan natin dito for tonight. No, I would be answering yung about the track daw ng grade 11 at grade 12. No, ano ba yung mga most popular na tracks na pwede nating i-enroll for grade 11 and grade 12, no? Sa ngayon, I can say yung top 4 natin na track na talagang ine-enrollan ng mostly mga senior high school students natin would be, yung number 1 natin would be STEM or yung Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. Then followed by GAS, yung General Academic strand natin, no? So depende po kasi yan kung ano yung college degree na gustong kunin ng ating mga anak, no, in the long run para sa mga university degree nila. Then we have also accounting, business and management, yung ABM track natin para dun sa mga gustong maging accountant or would be dwelling into financial institutions in the long run of their career. Tapos yung last po natin would be UMS, yung humanity at saka yung social sciences natin. So, para dun sa mga gusto namang mag-focus in terms of social issues, no, social concerns ng mga university degree natin. So again, thank you very much for joining me tonight, live tonight. No, this is Dr. Richard Deluria, and we will be discussing more about the different topics as we go on through with the different episodes that we will be conducting, no, on all the Wednesdays of July here in Pro Experts Media. So by next week, next Wednesday, that would be a topic that is on basic things on what UAE parents need to know in educating their kids here in the UAE. So stay tuned for that, especially yung mga relevant questions na nasagot na natin ngayon, no? Ano ba yung mga requirements? Ano ba yung process, no? I-discuss ko 'yan in details, no? Paano ba magpa-attest ng document, no, ng mga transcript of records natin? Saan ba tayo kailangang pumunta, no? I'll be breaking all those information in detailed format para po mas makatulong po tayo dun sa mga parents natin who would wanted to enroll yung mga anak po nila dito, no. Nasa Pilipinas pa yung anak ko pero gusto ko nang i-enroll sa SRK. Hindi, kahit sa school nga po or sa ibang institution. Ano po yung process? Paano ko ba madadala yung anak ko dito at paano ko mai-ensure na makakakuha po siya ng slot? So, yun, yung mga basic things that you would want to answer po, ano ba yung curriculum, ano ba yung mga materials, ano ba yung mga books na ginagamit, no, in particular. Tapos, yan, may special shout out tayo sa UAE Elite Lifestyle. Hello po sa inyo dyan, sa mga taga UAE Elite Lifestyle. On our third Wednesday naman po, we will be casting a light on the topic of school versus training center. Ano ba pinagkaiba ng school? Ano ba si SRK Training Center? Ano ba yung distance learning program, di ba? Paano tayo legally nakakapag gawa ng ating mga program even though hindi tayo part ng Philippine School overseas system, di ba? Paano ba natin to na-ensure na yung curriculum natin tama pa rin at na-execute natin properly yung ating curriculum para sa mga bata na naka-directly ODL sa Pilipinas. Okay, and on a fourth Wednesday naman po, no, stay tuned because I will be discussing on the different distance learning modality, no, that is available for all the Filipino and non-Filipino global students po dito sa UAE. Ano ba yung mga modalities na tinatawag? And paano ba nagsimula yung online distance learning program? Paano ba nagsimula yung homeschool? Yung homeschool ba is permitted dito sa UAE or sa Pilipinas lang? No? Paano ko ba ma-i-ensure na kung naka-homeschool ako overseas, maki-credit pa rin, no? Yung ating curriculum ng ating mga anak, and eventually magamit niyo yung homeschool certificates nyo para sa pagkuha ng university degree, no, pag nakatapos sila ng basic education. And for our fifth Wednesday, on the last Wednesday of July, I'll be discussing naman about the career track discussion, which is sinagot na natin kanina, for the senior high school program. Ano-ano ba yung mga tracks na to? Isahin po natin yung STEM, yung UMS, yung ABM, at saka yung GAS. Ano-ano ba to? At bukod dun sa apat na nabanggit ko, ano-ano pa yung mga track na available? Kasi hindi lang po yan apat. Napakadami po ng mga senior high school student track na available po. Especially kung kayo ay mag-e-enroll sa mga top-tiered and exclusive schools sa Pilipinas. Like SRK is the official partner of St. Paul University Manila for their senior high school program execution dito sa UAE. So, meron silang mga creative arts track pa po bukod dun sa apat na nabanggit ko. So, ano ba yung creative art track? Sa anong mga university degree at courses po ba yung pwede nilang enrollan kapag yun yung track na nakuha nila? So, these are the things that I'll be discussing and I'm so excited para po sa mga Wednesday pa po na mga dadating for us to be able to discuss and give you more substance po in terms of the different educational topics that we will be discussing. So, sa aking social media manager, Gracie Calao, see you next week daw, sabi ni Ma'am Charms. Shout out sa inyong mga nasa Pilipinas. I believe a big force of SRK training staff ay nanonood ngayon ng live, Kumusta sa inyo kung saan man kayo nanonood ngayon sa ating mga trainers, magpahinga kayo dahil malapit na ulit tayong sumabak sa bakbakan natin when we are about to open our biggest school year in 6 years, Ito yung papasok na school year natin this coming August would be the biggest school year that we will be having. And we will be serving the biggest number of students and Filipino families across the globe and across the world. So, thank you very much for your time. And please keep on liking and sharing this show, especially yung Pro Expert Media, yung SRK Education Group International, yung Filipino Daily Herald, our official social media news presenter, and yung ating EduTech, Yan. Shout out din kay Naomi Ong. Yan. So, please like and subscribe po yung ating mga pages na to kasi these are all links sa SRK Education Group International for a purpose and for a reason. Si FDH po yung Filipino Daily Herald. Siya po yung katulong natin to bring quality and on-time real news updates para po sa mga kababayan nating Filipino dito sa UAE. And si EdTech Supplies naman po ang kapartner natin to provide po the best and latest technology and innovation po that is an aid or tulong po para sa mga estudyante po natin na naka-online distance learning program po with SRK. So, yeah. Shout out din kay Miss Misty Widow, and sa lahat ng staff ng Pro Expert, Shout out sa wife ko, kay Miss Frances, kay Sir Julius, at saka kay Miss Wina, na akala nyo ako lang mag-isa dito, but then again, we are a team who have been able to produce this kind of talk show. Kay Miss Charms, ang head ng aming marketing department. So maraming salamat, and I'll be seeing you again next week. This has been Dr. Richard Paulo Vidaluria, and come, talk with Doc Richard.
Get charged with Doc Richard. Ed Talks.